On February 25th, 1989, the Dallas Cowboys were bought by an Arkansas oil man named Jerry Jones.
I used to have a sign in my office, and it was two buzzards sitting on a limb. And one buzzer was looked over at the other buzzer and said, "Patience my ass, I'm going to kill something."
That very same day, Jones hired his college roommate, Jimmy Johnson, to coach the team. Their job was to restore pride into the NFL's most storied franchise. Johnson left the University of Miami with a national championship and a keen eye for talent. But in Dallas, there was little talent to be found, except for Herschel Walker. In 1988, Walker had rushed for over 1,500 yards. 5 games into Johnson's first season, he was traded.
I don't think that anybody could ever imagine what it ended up being for the franchise. When the trade first was made public, everybody thought that we were trading Herschel Walker, our only Pro Bowl player, for half a dozen players that were somewhat either mediocre or whose career was about over with the Vikings. They really didn't anticipate us getting all the draft picks that we got after we finalized the trade.
But the deal would not pay off for some time, and in 1989, a circus act was on display as the Cowboys victimized themselves, playing a laughable brand of football.
It was extremely difficult, and I think there was a very small nucleus of players that really continued to play throughout that whole season and then go into 90, and it was a very frustrating year.
Despite all the losses, Johnson never compromised his passion for the way he felt football should be played.
I'll never forget, I said, "Jimmy, you've just gone 1-15. I said, "Obviously you're a tremendously confident person, but you have to have a few questions about yourself and your ability to do this after last year." And he looked me in the eye and he said, "I have no doubt in my mind that we'll win here, and we'll win big. Write it down."
Dallas selects Emmitt Smith, running back from Florida.
The first dividend of the Walker trade arrived in 1990, and it wasn't long before this Cowboy showed the flash of a franchise running back.
Draw play, Smith up the middle. Bounces at the 10, to the 5, cut to the right, cut to the left. Oh, no! Emmitt Smith.
Smith's development, coupled with the emergence of quarterback Troy Aikman and wide receiver Michael Irvin, marked the formation of one of the most prolific trios in NFL history.
Let's go, let's go!
The following season, the experts set modest goals for the Cowboys, but Jimmy Johnson had other plans.
Romping, stomping, raring to go.
If you went through the year virtually injury-free and did not make the playoffs, would that be a crushing blow?
It won't happen. We'll be in the playoffs.
Rash predictions can be simple when you have Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin to fall back on.
Facing a blitz. He stands, he throws it right. Irvin crosses pass. 45, 40, 30 to the 20. A man to beat. Woodson will get him at the 10. Irvin breaks through. Is it Michael Irvin or Michelangelo? Hand off Smith. And left tackle pops out to the 30. A block from right. Gets into the 40. Breaking right to the 45. Holy cow, what a great play. Touchdown, Emmitt Smith. 75 yards. Thank you very much. I don't believe it was.
Where there was Irvin, there was always Emmitt Smith, and they became the first players from the same team to lead the NFL in rushing and receiving yards in the same season. But the goal of the season was to make the playoffs. To accomplish this, Dallas would need a win against the Eagles, who had previously bullied the Cowboys in 5 straight defeats.
They are making mincemeat of the Dallas offensive line.
But even bullies know that you can't beat what you can't catch.
A cut right at the 40, still going at midfield. Calvin Martin has brought this one all the way for a Dallas touchdown. And that sends everybody at the Fed home and is going to send the Dallas Cowboys to the playoffs.
A preseason prediction had become reality. The prophecy was fulfilled.
After that game, you know, we just said, hey, you know, we could play with anybody. We really can't play with anybody.
Hey, you know, when you ever go after a big gorilla, you don't ever hit him lightly. You hit him with everything you got. Yeah! What's that, Cowboy? What's that, Cowboys? We hear that, and we hear.
In their first playoff game in 6 years, the young Cowboys won a defensive struggle with the Bears.
4th down and short. Toss right, Neil Anderson at the 5. He stops the 4. And the Cowboys now just kill the last minute 4, and they go home.
A week later, the Cowboys would lose in Detroit. But in just 2 years, they had improved from 1 win to 12. They were now among the NFL's best. Only one goal remained to win it all.